Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from. Thanks for being here. Looks like I've got a little bug with my countdown. That's really weird. I don't know why it got stuck there. It looks kind of cool though. I will reset it though. That's funny. I wonder why that started happening. Anyway, welcome. Happy St. Patty's Day. I have my wall green, but I should get some more green in here because why not? Let's see. I should be able to get my back corner there and the lamp over here green. Yes, excellent. And the shelf lamp should also be green. Beautiful. What else can I do that's green? I think the hair light up there can turn green. And that'll make the rest of the room green. There we go. Now we're in the mood. Now I can't get pinched. All right. Well, greetings, everybody. And oh, yes, it is, of course, happy daylight savings time. It's one of these days we're going to stop having to switch. But this is not that day. And we are still switching the clocks twice a year in the US. And yes, so last week, we switched the clocks forward, so now this stream is an hour earlier than it was, and it's even earlier compared to what I was doing last year. So hopefully you figured it out and got the YouTube reminder and all that stuff. But yeah, so daylight savings. And I'd still pinch you for not actually wearing green. Hey, my shirt looks green now because the light's on it, so it's fine. I could wear my microphone so that I have green there. How about that? This was for the BTS stream earlier. I didn't even remember. Good thing I'm already wearing green. Yeah. Soon the stream will start at 5 a.m. It's possible. Well, so funny story. Today I actually have to stay up till 12:30 a.m., which is not a time I'm normally awake. Normally I'm in bed by 9. I have a work conference in Australia that I'm not going to in person, and I was thinking, oh great, Australia is only 5 hours different than here right now. Which was true a month ago, and then we both did daylight savings in the opposite direction, so now we're 7 hours apart, which is terrible. So, Michael says, I was supposed to stream the Shamrock run today, but that plan got canceled. Oh no, that's right, I forgot about that. Why did it get canceled? That's too bad. That would have been fun. I wish we could also adopt 24-hour time in the US as well. I agree. Okay, so, plan for today, we're not just talking about daylight savings and green things. The actual plan for today is to do a demo of the RGBLink Mini Edge switcher. This is a new switcher from RGBLink. This is actually not the one that they showed at IBC in September. This is a different one. And they sent it over to share on the channel. So I've got it sitting on the table. I did a little testing of it earlier, and we're gonna take a look at it and try it out live. So we will go through all the menus. Hopefully I remember how it works, and we will see how it goes. It should be a lot of fun though. Too bad you won't be in Australia. In-person collab with Ryan would have been epic. I know. So here's the thing: is that if I went to Australia, it was in Brisbane, and if I went there, the conference is like all week, Monday to Friday, and then of course I would want to go visit people who I know in Australia, which basically would mean an extra several days to do that. So it would have turned into like a 2-week trip, and I was just not up for that. So let's see how well this chroma keys. Sure, why not? We can do, I'm not using the upstream key right now. Let's grab a chroma key on, not the Apple TV, on my desk camera, and grab some sort of green from here. Let's see, maybe that one. And that's terrible. Terrible is the answer. That's how it keys. Okay, let's see if we can tweak it. I should at least have my, oh, my hair is too green. my hair light is not green, but the other one is overpowering it. I don't have a grid on the top one. This is hilarious. This is terrible. What should I put in the background? I should probably put like my thumbnail in the background. There we go. That's hilarious. Okay, well, there you go. That's how well it chroma keys. A surprising amount of the room is in fact being chroma keyed out, which is pretty funny. Okay, whoops. Anyway, it looks fantastic. Okay. Do we really need another switcher, says Matt. This is an excellent question. There are so many switchers. At this point, there is no shortage. So we're going to take a look at what is special about this one, what sort of unique things it has. I don't know if we need it. We will find out. But let's go ahead and take a look. Let's dive in. I should probably switch my hair light back to a normal color, at least. So let's change that one. But I can leave the background green. All right, let's go over to the demo table. So first things first, I want to give a quick overview of what we actually got in person here. I don't have it plugged in yet, so we're gonna have to get it all connected. So this is what it actually looks like, and we've got so buttons, all sorts of buttons here, audio knobs, which is nice. It does have PTZ control, so I can try to rig it up to this OBSBOT. On this side, we have audio, so we have headphones, speaker, output, microphone, and jack input, XLR mic with 48 volt power if you want. And then on the back is all the video stuff. So we've got USB-C power, which is nice. It does require 12 volts, 3 amps, which is kind of a lot over USB-C. We've got 4 inputs. I also like this this touch. They have the labels for the numbers both directions. So if you're looking at it this way, you can read it, but also if you're staring at it from the top and you're looking down, you can still read the numbers. Smart. Everybody should do that. 2 HDMI outputs, program multi-view. So we'll see if those are changeable or not. Ethernet, and then 2 USB-Cs. So, okay. I've got a handful of cables here. And, also notice built-in screen and a little slot here, which you can tuck a monitor into if you want to use a bigger screen, which is a nice touch also. So we will do that because this monitor is, well, you'll see. Okay, so here is overhead shot. Let's get all these cables plugged in so we can actually get some video running into it. Gwen says it's sort of like saying, do we need another camera? Not really, but kinda, yeah. Yeah. What is the price on this one? I actually don't remember, but I did link to it. Wait, did I link to it below? I'm supposed to link to it below. I linked to the RGBLink page, but I did just get the Amazon link for it. Let me grab the Amazon link because I apparently forgot to put the Amazon link into the description. This was... There it is. See if I can copy and paste from my computer to my phone to my computer. Yes, I can. Okay, there's the Amazon link. And I'm going to drop it in the description and put it in the chat in a second as soon as this saves. There we go. Okay, here is the Amazon link for RGBLink Mini Edge. And let's find out what the price is. Oh, yeah, it's not actually in the warehouse yet, so it's showing as not available. So we don't know what the price is. That's fun. Let's see if it's on their website. It is Not on their website. Okay, no idea. We'll find out soon. It's supposed to be coming out very like imminently, so it is. The Amazon link should be working soon. But let's get these cables connected and this thing powered on. So I've got. I lost my power cord. I have to go under the table. I really need a little cable clip to hold cables from falling down. Okay, power. They did send a power brick, which is rated for the right amount of power. And we've got multi-view program out. And then Ethernet. And here are my, let's see. Purple is 1. That's a tight wad of cables. Pink is 2. Yellow is 3. And then for the 4th camera, I'm actually going to plug in the OBSBOT. Instead of one from my switcher, because then we can do PTZ control. And then for the multi-view, I'm going to take the multi-view port on the back and plug that into this monitor up here, which has its own power cord back here. Oh, B&H has it. Okay, everybody found it on B&H. Great, $7.99. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So I am going to put this little monitor here. This monitor I bought in 2019, so it's not like you can't find it anymore, but it's just a generic 15-inch HDMI monitor. I did find one that's similar, and I put the link to that in the description. So if you are looking for something that should work, that'll work. Okay. There we go. And let's flick. Oh, it does have an actual power switch. So let's flick the power switch and get this thing turned on. Oh, I should probably make sure I've got good video routing, video signals routed into this. So let's see what I've got here. We've got the table camera. Oops, that was the wrong one. Got my main camera. 2 will be the overhead camera. 3 will be, I think I'll do this side angle. Great, there it goes, booting up. And the OBSBOT. Okay, so you can kind of see in this monitor. I think I can make this monitor brighter, actually. Let me do that. Yeah, it's at 30, so let's brighten this up. Then you can get a little bit of an idea. Okay. Of what I'm seeing. So it booted up into some random state, it looks like. Interesting. Okay. This must be what I had last on the screen. So, okay, we got a multi-view. We've got multi-view on the monitor here, and then the same thing that I see here is also on the big screen in front of me. So you can see the multi-view here. One of the things I did notice is that for some reason this little screen is like a low frame rate. So I don't know if you can tell that, like, it's a little bit, it's just a low frame rate, but if you look at the big monitor up here, it's perfectly smooth. So it just has to do with this little preview monitor. So you're not going to want to use that for like checking if your motion blur is right and your shutter speeds are right and stuff, but it is a function. It's a big enough screen to see what's going on and navigate the menus and stuff. Okay. So where should we go first? I guess basic camera switching first. So here we've got preview and program buttons. And you can tell it's choppy. Okay, great. Yeah. So, but yeah, so on the, you can tell on this one up here, it's totally smooth. So it's just this little preview. I guess let's go over the multi-view first. So in the multi-view, I've got, of course, preview, program, the 4 cameras that are connected. Notice this one says webcam because I actually can plug in a 5th camera, which would be a USB webcam. We've got audio meters here, and we've got recording and on-air status. So, oh, I left my hard drive upstairs. Shoot. I might have to go... Because you can plug in a USB drive and then record to it, which I'm looking around. I don't see anything within arm's reach. I might have to go run and grab that in a minute. Okay, so program preview. So if I just do basic like preview switching, right? So if I tap camera angles, it does what you'd expect. It goes over to the preview. Oh, other thing is this is not a touchscreen monitor. This is just a display. So I can't tap anything there. Preview, great, and then I can, of course, do a T-bar transition to crossfade to that other angle. And then we've got program switching, so I can also just immediately cut. So I can just cut to the different angles, and then it is also showing me, this is really small, you probably can't read that text. Make sure it's at least focused on, since it's a few inches off the desk. Looks like it's probably in focus. So in teeny little letters underneath the labels, I can tell the frame rates of all the inputs, which is cool. So mine are all 1920, 1080 because they're actually coming from the ATEM. So, okay, program. We've also got these little buttons over here, which are for the graphics. So we've got a image. This one's the image. Let's see. I think I don't have an image loaded in it right now, so we'll get back to that. I do have a logo, which I made this QR code. And then this one's a lower third, which I was playing around with this graphic of a TV. And then this one is, what is this one? This one is picture-in-picture somehow. Okay, we'll have to get back to that one. I do have auto buttons, so I can auto fade based on the time of the duration as well, which is set here. Okay. Shortcuts, picture-in-picture, views. We're gonna have to go through these step by step as well, because those are it's a lot of buttons. But let's also take a look at how we navigate the menu. There's this little home button over here, and that opens up the menu. Now, the menu only appears on this monitor. It does not appear on the external. So this is always your multi-view. The menu really is just on the screen, on the built-in screen. So to navigate the menu, you've got these options here, and you use this little wheel to scroll between them, and then you can push down on that button to go into it. So here is my transition effects. So I was on just crossfade. I can also do like a squeeze thing, and now if I go, let's get out of the menu. Now if I go do the transition, it should do a different effect. Yeah. Again, it's choppy there, but on the actual stream, it looks fine. Somebody asked, is the multi-view... Yeah, IT Never Gets Old says, is it multi-view reassignable? I don't think it is. Let's double check. Let's go to the output. Oh, maybe it is. Multi-view? Oh, good, it is. Okay, great. So on the monitor here, I've got it set to multi-view, but I could also change it to program, test pattern, HDMI 1, 2, 3, 4, DVI, HDMI. So I could change it to program, and yeah, now this is... Oh, my monitor doesn't support... This monitor doesn't support 30 frames a second, apparently. So because the whole device is in 30 frames a second, it didn't show the signal. Stupid monitor. So let's go back and change program out. And the program out can be changed to a couple of different things, either multi-view, program, or test pattern, but not pass-throughs of the inputs. But that means I can actually share the multi-view of this on the stream, which should be... Where'd you go? There it is. Yeah, so this is the actual multi-view from the device. And now, as I'm doing transitions and stuff, you'll see the transition in its full resolution. Renee says, I noticed a delay between key press and action to the key. It's really just because the little tiny monitor is delayed. So if you're looking at, if I go back to this, so if I press like cut, this is a little bit, it's not actually always delayed because it depends on when I hit it relative to when this thing is refreshing. So that one was delayed. That one was delayed. But if you look at the monitor up here, it's actually doing it immediately. So it's not really, I suppose it's like a 100 milliseconds delay or something, but it doesn't really feel like a delay. No, it's not even 100 milliseconds. It's instant. It's like, yeah, it's instant. It's just here because this screen is a little bit slow frame rate. Okay, so where were we? Let's go back to the menu, see what else we've got in the menu. We've got, yeah, transition effects. So all these different effects, I just leave it on crossfade because that's simple. The layout is how we can do these sort of side-by-side or picture-in-picture layouts. One of the things I'm always looking for with these switchers is, can we get the presentation layout? I don't know. Maybe this is just because this is the thing I was mostly filming when I was doing, gigs with all these streaming gear, and really got into it, which was small events, conferences, corporate events, things like that. And the ATEM Mini can't do like that side-by-side scale down the slides and also put a picture of the face of the person presenting. ATEM Mini Extreme can, so that's like my benchmark is what do these devices allow for that sort of presentation layout. So if I go and choose 6 on the multi-view, well, in the preview, it's showing me the side-by-side layout with the black background. So I'll show you that full screen. And now we're actually able to change which video source is in each of these boxes. So let's see if I remember how to do this. So this row picture in picture. Now that I've got this layout selected, I've got a blue outline around that one. I've got a blue A button, and that is also blue. So if I change that there, now I've changed what video is in the A. And if I tap B, I should be able to change what video is in B. Great. So I'm able to select the video source that I want in box A or box B. Okay, so then for background, this is why I wish it was a touchscreen. I think that means I have to press there we go. So I press, so this was already loaded in. How did I get, so I want my brand colors in there, right? So let's take a look at the graphics options. That is in here. Yeah. Okay, so here are my video sources, HDMI 1, 2, 3, 4, and webcam, which is not plugged in. Then I have 3 other graphics slots, which they call overlay, background, and logo. The logo, actually, they don't have a scaling option, so this didn't actually, oops, what did I do? Did it just time out? So it didn't actually work well with the QR code, so let's go and change that. And let's, I wish I totally forgot my USB drive. It's upstairs. Should I grab it? I probably should. Should we do a quick little commercial break while I go grab my USB drive. I can run ads on the stream. Okay, I'm gonna run ads on the live stream, which some of you will get and some of you won't, and I'm also gonna run the little video clip. So I'll be right back. I will be right back. Yes. Oh, I can make this. I can actually make this run on a loop. Let's infinite loop. There we go. Oh, I should probably get some music. There we go. Okay, we're back. I got it. This is the drive I was looking for. I got a bunch of graphics loaded up on here, and I was just using this for filming a project yesterday, so that is what was going on. Let's get this plugged in, and then I should be able to actually load up some images and stuff. So there's two USB ports on the back. I don't know if they're different. I'm going to plug into the one that does not have the play icon. Okay. Great. So that's plugged in. Now let's go back to, I was looking at this graphics. Yeah, so it found the USB drive. And now I've got files on the USB drive that it loaded up. So I can go navigate over to, so I can choose like slot 3, and then I click the button to activate slot 3, and then I can choose one of these files to load into slot 3. I already had it in slot 1, but whatever, you get the idea. So so yeah, now that is in slot 3, we can go back to graphics, and yeah, that's the logo now. So yeah, I was saying there are 3 graphics slots. They call it overlay, background, and logo, and that also corresponds with these 3 buttons. So this is background, logo, and overlay. So with the background turned on in preview, it's showing me, it's bringing that, oh, this poor little OBSBOT lost track of me. Come on, over here. There we go. I can turn on the background on the preview. I can turn on the background on the program, but it doesn't do anything because this video covers the whole thing. So now it's the background layer for the picture-in-picture view. I can also tap the logo button and that didn't do what I thought it did. Okay, so that's turning them on and off. Oops, why did my logo get reset to the QR code? Let's go over here. That's confusing. What did I do? Logo. QR code should not be loaded up here. So if I bring that on the yeah, where's that coming from? That's so weird. Do you have any ideas? I'm going to drop the brightness of this camera a bit. Okay. Oh, hi. We've got more people in the chat. I'll get to the questions in a minute. I'm trying to figure out what I did with the logo to make it not load the logo right. I'm a little bit stumped. We'll figure it out. So that's B. I don't want B on. I just want... Yeah, I don't understand why that turns green. Might have to look at the manual for this one because this is confusing me about what state it's in. So let's take a look at this really quick. It conveniently opened up to exactly the page I wanted. So adding a background, yeah, we did that. We've got, oh, right, I forgot. There's long pressing the buttons do something different. So, okay. Long press the button on preview. And now I can choose the background image. Okay, that's a nice little shortcut for it. So I can go to there. They had this in the built-in one, but I want mine. Okay. Use the enter knob to move the cursor to the backgrounds. Press enter knob again. Yeah. So if I long press the logo. Okay. So yeah, for some reason, let's select that. And then press home. And now, no, come on. Long press the logo. Layer A. Layer B, adding logo. Okay, same thing. Long press logo in the preview. Enter knob to move to the logo. In source selection, press knob again to enter. Source selection area, yeah. Select the logo in the USB disk. Enter to move it to plus. Press it to... That's the plus they're talking about. Push the logo button on the front panel to enable it. If the logo button along the program source illuminates white, press the button to place the logo on the program screen, and it'll be red. That makes sense. So, logo. What am I doing wrong? Okay, let's cut over to that. Logo. That one works. It's like it unloaded. Enter. I see it highlighted. It's over there. Overlay. Oh, I can go to my loading screen. I really wish it was a touchscreen so I could just tap on it. It's a little bit annoying having to scroll to find the interface UI elements. Okay, that all looks good. Maybe I can't have... I'm so stuck. Maybe the... Oh, our RGBLink is here. I think the news logo file is somehow not loadable. I'm so confused. It's confusing because it loads up in here. And then it's not showing... It's not able to go into... I might have to try a different file. That is a good idea. Yeah, that was my other thought. Maybe it won't work with the split screen, but now I have no split screens and it's still not doing it. But yeah, it looks like basically that file is just broken. So, because if I go and choose the other one, the QR code again, then pressing... So if I go choose the QR code so it's highlighted, then I go back here and now I tap the logo on the preview. No, I totally broke it. No, something else is going on because it's in a state I haven't seen it do before, which is, so if I, let's go back to, let's try to reset this. Let's go to like, hang on, let me read the layer AB thing again. Adding layer A, press A to edit the layer, press 1 to 5 to select an input source for previewing, then it goes green. So what does it mean when it's blue? That's what I'm confused about. Because yeah, why is it blue? I don't want picture in picture. Okay, let's turn off picture in picture. Can I get back to... I just want to go back to preview program. There's B. So when it's blue, it's like I can change what input is in that layer. So if I tap A, it's telling me, yeah, blue is selected and input 1 is selected, and I can change that layer. That makes sense. I want to get rid of B. Well, that one's working. The overlay is working. So I can get my little live stream is going to begin shortly running on that. So that's my transparent ping loaded in so that I have like my little countdown screen. I was imagining using it for like a loading screen. But I just broke the logo section, which is super weird. So if I long press logo, let's go over to there, press enter, loading. That's good. Now, okay, there it is. So that one works. Does it work on preview? Yes. Let's try that exact same step again with the other graphic. Long press logo. Go over to, I don't know what these slots are doing, but let's go over to those slots. I should switch to this angle. Press enter, loading. Okay, and now, no, so it is a problem with that graphic for sure. I was able to get the QR code to work. Oh, interesting. I just realized that changed what's in slot 1. And yeah, okay. So I gotta grab a new graphic if I want to change that. I don't know what's wrong with my logo though. Okay, what else can we look at though? Let's see. So we've got the scaling and cropping. So I do like the side-by-side layout. So I press that and it does this preset. But there's a way to also change the shape of these too. So if I turn on the background, we've got branded background. Now let's say I wanted to do layer B to be the overhead camera. And I want that one to be bigger. And then this one to be smaller and cropped. I believe there's a way to do this. So let's go into enter the layout mode. So I can long press A. Or go into the menu here. Layout. Okay, here we go. Scale first. So it looks like B is selected. So if I am changing, so scrolling is switching between these options, and then I can go and press enter, and then change the width. Oh, I really want that to be locked aspect ratio. Let's reset that and see if there's a better way to do this. Zoom maybe. Zoom. Yeah, zoom is what I want to use. There we go. So we're going to make this like, let's say like that big. And then I can change the vertical position. Just scoot it down. Not that far. Maybe like there. I want to get it roughly in the center. Horizontal position, I'm going to scoot over to the right. Great. About there. Okay. Now I want to do the same for A. Ooh, tips. Use the zoom toggle and joystick. That is a good tip. I didn't even think about that. I assumed these were only for PTZ. Let's try that next time. So I'm going to go to A. So now that's selected. So I should be able to... So zoom. Can I just... Aha. Okay, so I can... Nope. It's not doing it. It only works with the scroll wheel. Okay. That's okay. I do want to crop it. Let's see. That was in the other... That was in the other menu. So if I go... I want to go back to crop. So I don't want it to be 1920. I want it to be... Oh, funny. It's cropping it and then it's stretching it. Maybe that's not the one I want then. I want... Horizontal position? No. I want... I guess I have to figure out the math on this. So if I change it to 960... So now it's like stretched. I guess I should... Oh, I don't want to change the height. So width is 960, and then I can go back to scale. And then I want to change this scale to be 420 to be half the size. Now I need to... How do I shift it over? So that's probably back in the crop again. Maybe now horizontal position can be changed. Yeah. So now I can move myself back into the center. Great. Okay. That's better. Oh, back to homepage. I see. So if I go back here, back to the main window, with A selected and blinking blue. Now let's see if I can use the little joysticks. Aha, that's faster. Now I can do what I expect, what I want, which is zoom. Adjust the zoom quickly, and I can move it wherever I want. That's faster. Okay, great. So I didn't have to go into that menu to do this. I do have to go into the menu in order to get the crop right, and it looks like I'm a little bit off center still, so let's go back and fix that. Crop, the horizontal position should be a little bit farther over. Great. Okay. Now this is looking pretty good. So I can bring this to program. And now you're seeing the layout I just made. Can I save this? Let's see if there's... because I see all these views. And I'm really hoping I can save this scene. Push menu to go to scene. You get 10 presets. Press enter to view 1 to 10. Okay, menu. I don't see a scene icon. We can try the long press. That's a good idea. Long press on one of the views. Okay, so let's save this as view 1. Aha, look at that. Add the view 1. And I'm going to say yes. And now that's showing up red. Okay, great. So now I shouldn't have to worry about losing that. So if I go change to like something totally different, let's just go over to oh dear. Is that camera permanently stretched? I don't want layer A. Let's reset that. Reset that layer. There we go. So now I've got layer HDMI 1 is in program. That is something different. Let's see if I can mess that up more. Like turn off the background, maybe? Yeah. Maybe change the layout. There we go. Now it's totally different. And I should be able to press that to restore something. I'm still confused about why this is blue instead of green, because it was green when I started. Aha. No. I need to look at what that button means. Preview clear button. That's what that's called. Green, no layer on preview. Button goes dark after a layer is added. Short press to clear layer. Short press button with view to load view to preview. Short press button with a view. What does that mean? I am in deep. We're trying. This is the problem with having grown up on ATEM switchers, is that I'm just so used to how they work, and I have to learn how other stuff works. Everything works very differently. Okay, press. To clear. Sure, okay. Yeah, I'm stuck on that. That's weird. That one doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I saw a mention of web interface, which let's see if we can pull that up. So this is on my network. Moving from ATEM to YOLO to 18 other switchers is hard. It's true. This is on my network, so let's see what the web interface does, because that might save us some trouble, actually. Where is, if I can find the IP address of this? Maybe it's on the, let's see if it shows up here, actually. Settings. Oh, it's got fan settings. It's in auto right now, so I can, ooh, it's a lot quieter when I drop it down to level 1. Hopefully it doesn't overheat. What's homepage settings? Oh, it is a 15-second timeout. So that's why it was jumping me back. Okay. Scene loop. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Bluetooth. Oh, I wonder what you can do over Bluetooth. That's cool. Network. DHCP. Oh, it doesn't show me the IP. I was hoping it would show me the IP address here. Darn. Cable or mobile? Oh, that's cool. You can also stream from or use mobile as a network. Well, I should be able to find it in my router. Let's see if I have any idea of which. Should have been plugged in like not that long ago. Did I not actually plug in the network cable? Oh, yeah, the network cable got unplugged. That would explain it. Let's plug the network in. And let's see if it gets an address. Come on, you can do it. Pretty sure that's the right cable. There it goes. Okay. That is not an address I should have gotten. There we go. 10, 11, 43, 203. That sounds right. Cool. Great. So that's easy. I can see the IP on the device. And then we can pull it up. Can you open your firewall and let RGBLink do it for you? So here is the web interface. This is showing me a multi-view at a actually decent frame rate for a web page. And then we've got some, but looks like not all the options here. So let's see. Can I do... Can I do a crossfade? Oh, so I can preview, program, screen, show background. Oh, that's so I can choose the background image. Okay. This is not a terrible interface. Let's see, layer A. Oh, this is much easier to change what's what. So I'm choosing what's on layer A. I can choose what's on layer B. Okay. Oh, and that actually turns it on and off on preview. And this is matching what I'm seeing on the multi-view here, in case you're wondering. Layer A, layer B. Logo. Show the logo. Great. Oh, now we can see if this... Yeah, okay, something's wrong with that graphic. Definitely. This one works. Does that work? No? That one? What happens if I do this? Ooh, I can upload files from the computer. That's nice. That's a lot easier than dealing with a USB drive. Let me grab a file really quick. Let's see if I can grab something that is smaller or a different format. Also, I realized I should probably get the chat up on my iPad here. Because when I'm looking at my computer screen, I can't see the chat. Okay, chat. There we go. Let's see, what do I have? I've got I don't have a channel logo. I really need to fix this problem. It's so funny. I don't really have like I just have like my face, which is not a very good logo. Let's grab something. Let's grab one of these days. I'll get a logo. Let's try this one. So it's uploading. Okay, it found it. Close logo. Show logo. Oh, weird. Okay, it did work. Show logo. What happens if I do this? No. Okay. Something is wrong with that graphic, but also there's a little bug here. So I have to show logo, then click on that. It goes away. Oh, that one worked. Show logo. Click on that. Am I just not patient enough? Click on it. There it goes. Now it's working. Great. Okay. And I can change the position of it here. So I can go move it down, which is also nice that I can type in numbers now. Which is a lot faster. Great. So I can put this down in the corner. I kind of wish I could like... Oh, I wonder if I can use the joystick for this. If I tap on that to make it blue, can I use this? I can! So now I can get into the right spot with the joystick. That's cool. I'm sure folks will make a logo on Fiverr. I have not been super happy with Fiverr logo people. I did just get a really nice rendering of the house done on Fiverr, which is fun. Okay, so I've got the logo in almost the right spot. It's kind of hard to see on this one, but on the monitor here, it's easier for me to see that it's not quite in the corner. So I can tap it down a little bit. There we go. Now it's in the corner. So how do I save it? I guess we can also see it over here. 1242, 790. And now I've got that on preview. So if I go and do that, now it's live. Great. Alonzo says files you use on the web interface are not stored on the switchers, so you can't reuse them while disconnected. Oh, interesting. Really? That sounds surprising. Let's see if it shows up in the menu here. I assume it would have loaded it in. Logo. Yeah, here it is. It's not on the USB drive, but it's in the switcher. Which makes sense. Okay. Logo, on, off. Why is that one different in preview than that one? That doesn't make sense to me. How is there a different logo loaded in preview? Is that because... for... Now that's changed. So now is it the same on preview and program? No. What? That's confusing. Any ideas? In the web interface, can you switch by clicking the multi-view cells? Oh, good question. Let's find out. In the web interface, is this a touch screen? I don't think it is. No, it's still just a preview. Okay. Show background. Okay. Views. Oh, view 1 got reset. I lost my little layout. Interesting. Why did that get reset? Okay, and on the menu we have the same view. Add the view. No. Chroma key. Oh, we have chroma keying also. Okay. Probably need to get a proper green screen set up in here to try this. Effects. Yeah, same transitions. Picture in picture. Yeah. Okay. Output. That we saw that setting already of multi-view and program being, you can reassign program as multi-view, which is useful. Resolution, I have the whole thing set to 1080-30, but it looks like, which is notable, the multi-view output is 60 because my monitor does not support 30. So that's good. That's useful. Push, oh, that's to actually go stream and record. Settings, fans, Bluetooth, language. Yeah, this is all the same as on the device itself. So that's useful. PTZ. We haven't talked about PTZ yet. Let's do that. So here, I can go into, for each of the 4 HDMI inputs, this is so much faster to do on the computer. For each of the 4 HDMI inputs, I can choose if there is a camera to control. And this should be the IP address of my OBSBOT. Let's see if it's, might be the wrong one. I might have to go and change that. It should be 202.37. Okay. So 202.37. I like how it says sure instead of okay. Now that is port. That doesn't look like the right port. What is the default Visca port? 52381. 52381. I think that's what the OBSBOT's listening on. Let me check my companion config because I know I have it set up right there. 52381. That says 35. That doesn't sound right. Let's try 37. Is this the right camera? I swear I had the IP address OBSBOT wired 10.11.202.37. 10.11.202.37. And I have to turn off auto tracking on the OBSBOT to make it work with PTZ commands. Let's turn off auto tracking. Shoot. See my earlier comment about the views. Let's find your earlier comment. Your earlier comment was... Maybe you didn't save a static view, but initiated one, and everything you change stays with that view as it was read the whole time. That sounds like what I did. I think I... Where was the views section? Saving scenes. Okay, let's go build that again and try this again. Is the OBSBOT on the network? Is the cable plugged in? Yeah, because I see it on my network. I see it as showing up as having an IP address on my network. As of like an hour ago when I plugged it in, wired. So I'm looking at the DHCP lease, so I don't know what's going on. But also my companion can't control it, so something's just wrong with it today. So we'll figure out this layout thing instead. So, okay, the picture-in-picture, that defaults to the side-by-side layout. Source A, when it's blue, it's selected so I can choose a camera. Source B is the overhead, great. I should be able to zoom by holding the zoom button, that's handy, great. So I can position it with this, which is faster. Great. We're going to move it over here. Yeah. We're going to turn on the background. Oh, that's funny. It's the wrong background. Let's choose the right background. Good. Okay. And now it's changed. So press A to select that. Let's move that camera over. I guess I don't actually need to crop it. Oh, I do, because I can't get it over far enough. Okay. So I have to crop the left side. So we go into the menu, into layout. We go to... What? That's the PTZ settings. Oops, I slipped. Okay. Layout, crop. And let's change width. Is this going to do that thing where it scales it again? Okay, so let's go to half the width. So the math is easy. 960. And then we can change the horizontal position to move me back to the middle. $960. Okay, 420. And now I have to change in scale, change the width to be half so that I'm not stretched. Great. Okay. And then horizontal position, what does this one do? That's just moving it. Okay, great. I'm a little bit off center. Let's go back to crop and change the horizontal position. There we go. Okay, now that I've got that set up, I can go back to the main screen, and now with A selected, I can zoom this in a little bit. And over here, and then I can go to B and zoom in a little bit, move it over. There we go. Okay. Yeah, using the zoom in joystick is much better. That is true. Okay, so I should be able to go into menu, move the cursor to the scene icon, which I still don't see a scene icon. Is it that one? I don't think so. No. Is it views? Maybe it's views. It's views. Okay. I guess I got renamed. Maybe the manual's old. Yes. Okay. They are confirming. Thank you. It is called views. I'm going to choose number 2. If it does not contain a preset, press enter to choose to form a static picture of the current scene and save it. Okay, so I'm going to press enter, add view 2. It's going to snapshot that. It looks like it's frozen. Yeah, it's a snapshot, so it like grabbed a still image for that. And that is view 2. Great. So now I don't need view 1, but it looks like view 1 is selected. So now what? Loading scenes. So I should be able to go here and press, replace, no, take. That just cut to it. Okay, and if I go here, cut to it. Great. Can I do that from the buttons though? Okay, so if I go back here, and let's say I'm on okay, my layout is nowhere here to be found. So if I press 2, which is green, it loaded my view into the preview. Perfect. Then I can go and bring that on air. And now I can press that view in preview. Yeah, great. Okay, that's working like I expect. Great. So now I can go. Still don't understand why that's stretched out in layer A. I guess because it's busy with that processing for the scene. Okay. I think I've got it working the way I want it to. Let's get rid of all that again. So I can do regular camera switching. Oh, I guess it's still stretched on layer A. Regular camera switching, or load in view 2. And then it rebuilt it, and then I can cut to it. Okay, cool. That is good. Having user-defined scenes on buttons is a very good idea. I agree. That is a great feature. Everybody should do that. That's so much better than macros, frankly. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. What else do we got? I should be able to record and stream. So let's see. Output. Record. Found a USB drive. Got plenty of space. And do I just hit record? There it goes. Okay, it's recording, and it's counting up. It's on the multi-view also. So I can see it's recording. I can press stop, saving. Great. Don't know why it takes a little long time to save. Okay. What about streaming? Oh, USB 2 mode. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So there's two USB ports on the back. One I have in slot one, I have a drive plugged into. Slot 2, I guess you can change between what you want it to do. So UVC out or record to a disk or mobile network connection. That's useful. Stream. Choose your bit rate. Great. Mode. Portrait or landscape. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what portrait does. Where do I set the stream keys? I hope I can do that from the web interface. Yeah, you can from the web interface. That's good. So over here, I can choose stream 1, stream 2, stream 3. It's like I can do. Oh, you can just have a bunch of presets in here. That's great. Okay. So I like being able to copy and paste from the computer. That's much faster. That's good news. What are you doing? It says, so when trying to put cam 1 in the preview and it stretches, under some kind of mix effect sitting on top, because blue, not just a camera feed. I agree. That's what's going on, and I can't figure out why it did that. This is the problem with I got it into a state where I no longer have green preview buttons. It's like it's always trying to use layer A, and layer A has this stretched because it's part of that layout. I don't want layer A. I want just camera 1, but I can't figure out how to get it back to being green down here. If I reset that layout, it'll unstretch it, but it's like, yeah, it's exactly what you're saying of like, it's blue because it's in layer A rather than like in the base just video layer. And I just don't know how to switch it back. Are the inputs auto converted? Does it have scalars on the inputs? I believe so. Do I have something else I can plug in at a different resolution? Because all mine are 1080/30. I should actually have. I should be able to grab a 4. We can see if it does 4K. I don't know if it does, but we can find out. Because I actually have my camera plugged in 4K into the HyperDeck. And I have a HyperDeck out, which should give us a 4K HDMI cord. So let's see if this works. So yeah, I got a 4K feed of my main camera. Let's set this monitor down so I can reach the wires, and I will sacrifice the OBSBOT. So yeah, no input. And let's give it a 4K signal and see what it does. Yeah, totally. Look at that. It's scaling it. I guess I can show you the multi-view. So HDMI 4 is saying it's 4K at 30, which is coming out of my HyperDeck, and it is scaling it just fine. So now I can... Oh, funny. It's 4K. It's twice the resolution. So I guess I have to scale it down in order to use it here. So if I go into the layout, crop, let's reset that. Don't want layer B. Layer A is input 4. Then I should be able to, if I scale this down, is it going to work? Or scale up? There we go. So now it's full, using the full video canvas available. And now I've got my 4K scaled down in the preview. Bringing in the 4K with a 1:1 pixel dump means you can do some nifty virtual camera stuff. It's true. You do have more options if you're able to use different parts of that 4K image. RGBLink says I need to reset the scaler. Would that be in, let's see, would that be in this? Oh, because it went from a 1920 1080 to a 4K, and it's like it didn't reset that when I plugged it in. That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. That's okay. Great. So yeah, if you're able to take 4K, which is cool. Exactly. Great. Follow up. If you reset the crop stretch to get normal cam back, will selecting view to put the crop settings back? Oh, good question. Let's try that. So let's go to, how do I guess I did reset it because it's part of layer A. So what happens if I just load view 2? Oh, it brought it back. It brought it all right back. And that means this is stretched out again now, right? Yeah, okay. So layer A is, the scaler in layer A is stretched because it's busy doing it for that, which makes sense. So if I reset the scaler, for, wait, crop? Yeah. Oh. What is this? I'm able to use it. Now it's still correct in the layout, and it's correct over here. That's progress. Changing layer B while it was in preview messed up layer A. But I should, of course, be able to get back to it by pressing that. Yeah, and that restored it. And then I assume if I bring that on air, this is now stretched out again. Yeah, okay. So I guess what I would want to do is make a view for camera 1 that resets the scalars. So we can try that. So let's go to layout, reset the crop, reset the scale, and then save this as view 1, replace. And now I should be able to go back and forth between camera 1 right, which is stretch. But if I go tap this, it should restore it. Yep. Okay. Hey, that's pretty good. So I have a preset for the camera 1. I have a preset for this layout. And now I can quickly go and back and forth between full screen on my main angle and the side-by-side layout. I think I get it. It did all the scaling of the input instead of a copy of it in a mix effect like an ATEM would. I think that sounds right. So well, no, I think it's doing it on the layer, not the actual input. Because in the multi-view, I am always seeing the raw video feed, so that I don't think it's changing it on the way in. But it is affecting layer A. The way scalars work on this device is neat, although not as automatic. Definitely takes some understanding. It takes a while to get your head around how this works, for sure. But that is also true with an ATEM, absolutely. Am I streaming with the YOLO box? No, I'm streaming with my ATEM right now. It's just my normal ATEM rig. I did a studio tour video recently, if you're curious. Showing how it all works. Can you load video clips into the RGBLink for playback? I don't think so. So this fifth input, which is webcam, I don't think I have any other options for that. Let me double check though. Because I know with the OC one, that fifth input can be either like clips or NDI or things like that. So, but this one, I don't see options for that fifth input. It looks like it's just the webcam. So I can change. Where was that USB setting? There was a setting for what I want the USB to do. Where did it go? Was it on desktop that I saw it? That's interesting because that's not, I don't. Oh, it was an output. Output USB 2. So I can change what USB 2 out does, but I don't get the option of using different. What's Tau Cloud? Interesting. I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, so I don't see any option for video clips. And I do have a webcam input, so if I grabbed... I don't have a webcam here. Oh, I guess I could plug in the OBSBOT over USB. Seems kind of silly. But it would work. It should work, right? Where did the USB cable go? USB 2. Let's go and set that as... Oh. I guess I'll set USB 2 to record. And then we'll plug in the USB drive into USB 2. And then I'll plug in the OBSBOT into USB 1 because I didn't see webcam input in that menu. So let's see if this works. Cross your fingers. I actually don't know if this is going to work because I don't remember if I have to change what the OBSBOT's doing in OBSBOT settings somewhere. I should just grab a different webcam. Hold on. Okay, here's the little RGB, or not RGB link. RGB link. Webcam, Insta360 link. That's the one. We're going to plug the Insta360 link in and see what this does. Oh, look at that. That worked. Great. Hi, I'm over here. There we go. So that is camera 5. Insta360 link, which is not as good as the OBSBOT. It's definitely, it's choppy. Look at that. It's funny. Wonder why. The Tail Air seemed fine to me. The low frame rate is really bad. Seems like they couldn't figure out a better solution. It's just on the screen itself. So you're just seeing the low frame rate here. But if you're looking at the actual multi-view in the HDMI out, both. So this is piped into the video to the stream, but it's also if it's on. If you're looking at it on the monitor in front of you, then it's totally smooth. So I don't know why the preview. I don't know why the preview on the screen itself is low frame rate. It's not that bad. It's not really like, it's a little jarring at first, but you get over it, and it's not really, it doesn't really affect how usable it is. RGBLink Ben says all the inputs on the switcher have dedicated scaler for each, so even 4K input can scale to the format if defined. Okay, yeah, cool. So can you use the 4K and set up different parts of it as presets? I think so. So if we go to preview to input 4, which is my 4K input, this is not a great angle to test this, but I think we can try it, right? We should be able to go into no, I can use the little controllers here. So layer A is input 4. I should be able to zoom in on this. I can zoom out. And I can move it. Okay, so I can't use the little joystick to do this, but I should be able to go into the layout here to do it. So let's try it. Scale. No, crop first. So I'm going to, instead of using the full 3840, I'm going to crop. And let's take a third. What is that? Grab 2 bulbs on your right for 1 and single bulb on your left for 2. Sure. Okay. So I just need to do the math right. 3840 over 3. So let's do 1280. Yeah. Okay. Height is 2160 over 3, 720. Oops, 1280, 720. So this is going to be, instead of taking quarters, I'm taking thirds. No, sorry, instead of taking a half, I'm taking a third, which is slightly lower res than HD. So this is going to be, yeah, it's a 1280 by 720 scaled up to 1920 1080. So I'm scaling, I'm losing a little bit of detail here, but that's fine. Good old HD. Okay. 1280 720. Great. Zoomed in on that. If I wanted to change what part of the image we're looking at, I can scoot this over to get to the 2 bulbs. And then we're going to go back to the scale, and we are going to make it full screen because I don't want it to look like it's... I guess I can reset this one. I don't want it to look like it's inset. Okay, so I've got that camera there. Can I save this as a view? Let's save it as 3. Add it. Yeah. Okay, now let's go back and do... Let's crop in on the other bulb. Aaron's forehead at 1280 720. Yeah, let's do a close-up of my face. Let's do one that's not 1280 actually. Let's do a 1920. Just for good measure. 1920 by 1080. And 80. And then we want to scoot this over. Yeah. And scoot this. And now we have a close-up of my face. Okay. And then we go back over here and save this as view 4. Add the view 4. And now, here's view 4. Can I bring 3 in preview? I can. Oh, that's handy. So I can actually queue up 3. And those are coming from the same camera at 2 different scaling sizes too. So that's useful. Here's what it looks like on the multi-view. Big zoomed in shot of my face. And I can crossfade between the same camera scaled at different resolutions in program and preview. That's cool. I'll take it. So yeah, totally. You can do fun virtual camera stuff with this. Okay, we're just cruising right along. It's already been 90 minutes. I don't want to go too much longer, but that is pretty cool. Let's do a quick little overview of the audio menu, just because I didn't spend any time on these yet. But I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let's see. I did notice it has Bluetooth. Can we try that? Yeah, we can. It's like, is this just going to work? Yeah, totally. Look at that. Okay, that was cool. So I just connected my phone to Bluetooth to this, and it's now playing Stream Beats by Harris Heller, who I got a chance to meet him earlier last month, January actually. But now I've got audio coming in. I can see the audio levels from the phone here, Bluetooth. So I can change the volume with this wheel of Bluetooth or mute it, and it drops. So now I've got background music coming in off my phone. That's cool. And what else? So yeah, basically each of these knobs corresponds to volume of each of the audio inputs. So we've got 4 HDMIs, we've got the microphone, which is the XLR. I'm actually not sure what this one is for. It looks like a button, but I don't see any audio buttons. Okay, that would be audio input, Bluetooth, and then audio output, headphone, and speakers. And then, so this is nice, and it's just always right here, always handy. So I can get my background music queued up. I've got monitoring mic 1, mic 2 line, and Bluetooth, and then the other audio shows up here, I guess. So if I should have audio coming in on all of them, actually. Yeah, so I turn up HDMI 1, now I can see the audio from that camera here. For the HDMI sources, I have audio follows video option. So this is makes sense. Like, so now as soon as that comes on to the stream, it should bring in audio from HDMI 2. So let's try that. Let's queue it up and turn down HDMI 1. So HDMI 2, I can see the audio levels are here. This might make more sense if I show you the full screen. So yeah, I'm looking at the HDMI 2 audio levels, which are bouncing, and then the program audio, which is right up here, there's nothing on program yet. But if I bring HDMI 2 into view, then we should get program audio levels, which are over here now. So that worked. Audio follows video works as I would expect, which is good. How do I get my face to be not so big? There we go. And audio follows video. We've got, yeah, I don't know what the buttons do. Let's see if there's anything in the audio menu here that will explain that. In this audio, we've got similar looking menu. Oh, here's the audio buttons. I wonder if there's any way to trigger these not just from inside this menu. Also, can I push the numbers? What do the numbers correspond to? Let's see. Turn that up. There's the button. Okay, yeah. So if I play the Cheers sound effect, I see the audio levels for it there. Okay, that makes sense. What else have we got in the, oops, what else we got in the audio? So mic 1. Oh, we can change the audio delay for everything, even the HDMI sources, which is interesting. Mic 1, so we can add audio delay, which is great. Mic 2 or line input. Okay, so I guess that means there is. Let's see if there's two audio delayers or more. So if I add audio delay to mic 2 and then go to line, I think there's 2 audio delayers. So I can choose which 2 channels to delay. Great, that makes sense. What else can I do in here? Oh, I can choose what kind of microphone I have and the gain. Okay. I can change what's the instrument input is doing, and I can choose the level for the line input. Great. Oops, I didn't want to go all the way home. Audio. This is, oh, that's the line input. Do I get any options for, no, there's the buttons. Looks like I can load in more sound effects. From the USB drive, which I don't have any sound effects on the USB drive, so that's not going to work. I wonder if I can do it from the web page. Audio tab in the web page looks like this. No, I don't see any upload options here. So here's the... Oh, that icon's wrong. That's supposed to be the button. Yeah. Why is it? One of my least favorite things about Spotify is that it goes off of, it starts with a playlist and then it just goes off in another direction and plays random stuff. I do not want it to play suggested songs. I want to play exactly that one album that I know I can play on the stream. I know I'm not actually sharing the music with you right now, but this is why I'm never going to use Spotify for playing music on a stream, because I don't trust that it's not just going to go off on its own direction at some point. Okay, cool. I think that about covers the audio. Yeah, I don't have any files to load in, but if I did have MP3 files or something on the, or WAV files on the drive, I could load in more files into the sound bank, which is cool. Yeah. Cool. Is the 6 input a line level input? It's, where are the 2 mic inputs? I don't see 1 mic jack. I don't actually know what the second mic is. Now I'm actually confused what that is, because I have Bluetooth music coming in. I don't know what sound this is. It's not me speaking. Is it the Cheers on a loop or something? No, now it's playing. There's Cheers. Wait, what was that? Let's mute this. One of the line inputs could be a TRS mic input if you're not sending stereo from a mixer. So there's only one audio jack input, and it's the combo XLR and TRS, like 1/4-inch plug. The second channel is webcam audio. That explains it, and that's why it's a little bit delayed. This is from the Insta360 link. Okay. So it's a little bit delayed coming from the webcam. That explains what that is. So okay, so then I'm still a little bit confused then, because on this screen, yeah, okay, so that's me speaking delayed coming in over mic 2, which is the webcam audio. But if I mute the buttons, then yeah, so I got the little button icon here. That's muting the webcam audio. So it's like a dual purpose. It's, yeah, okay. That's what's going on. So this is mic 2 and buttons. Not 100% sure on that. So here's mic 1, mic 2. And if I go play a sound, yeah. So it's the button sound and webcam sound. Interesting. Weird. Okay. Spotify content ID notices. Well, okay, so here's the thing about Spotify. There's no problem with playing songs from Spotify if you have the license to the songs. And Harris Heller has a whole collection of songs on Spotify that are, he has said, are okay to use in live streams, which, as someone who owns the copyright to the songs, you can do that. And the way he makes money from it is when people play it in Spotify, and then Spotify pays him, and that works out for everybody. As long as you can convince Spotify to stick to that playlist and not veer off into suggested tracks where you don't have the rights to it. So, yeah, maybe there's a setting in Spotify for it, but I don't trust it. So that's my story. Okay. Oh, we got some questions for RGBLink. Do you have plans to have a similar device with more inputs? We are focusing on Mini Edge and Mini MX, which are 5-channel switchers, and you can definitely expect new RGBLink switchers with more inputs. RGBLink M2 supports 9, and M3 supports 14. M series is desktop, but much bigger than the Mini series. For the Mini series, more input channels will release. Cool. Okay. I wonder if we're going to see any of these at NAB. Sven says, I imagine RGBLink taking notes the whole stream. Why did he click that in this situation? No. Lots of room for more intuitive UI, I think. We are making notes. Good to hear from you. Great, great. Yes, I agree that the ATEM confused me when I first started. Now it's second nature. It looks like after a while, once you know where to go, it gets easier. It's totally true. This is kind of the problem with having used ATEMs for so long. Like, I started using them in 2015, so I'm just like, it's second nature. I understand the weird things about how it works and how it deals with layers and scaling and upstream and downstream keys and stuff. So yeah, I can figure it out quickly now when presented with an ATEM of any size, because they all work the same way. But then everybody who makes something similar does things slightly differently, just as different architectures. And then you have to get your head around that model. But link for Amazon doesn't have a price. Yeah, it's not actually in stock yet on Amazon. So as soon as it gets in stock, it will be, it'll show the price. But it sounded like people found it on B&H. So I'll update the link to include a B&H link as well. I think it was $7.99. Good morning. What's the topic for today? We have been taking a look at this RGBLink switcher and getting a sense of how it works and watching me fumble through it because it is very new to me. But yeah, it looks like a couple of cool little tricks. It's got good scaling features. I like the audio knobs. We were able to figure out presets to be able to quickly jump back to these different layouts, including scaling up a 4K, or rather cropping in on a 4K signal, which is super cool. And I like that it can do these side-by-side, like split screen layouts as well, which is, again, something that you don't even get in the ATEMs until you get into the ATEM Mini Extreme range and higher. So I'm always looking for this feature in these switchers of like, can it do this side-by-side layout? Because that's super useful for all sorts of things. Okay, I think we are going to wrap this up because it's been almost 2 hours of playing with this thing. But it's been fun. It's been fun to see how it works. Again, I like the little slot for the monitor, which is nice. Bigger screen. Then when you're using the menus, you're not blocking the multi-view too, which is good. So cool. This has been fun. How do I feel about it? Would I give it a rating out of 5? Okay, here's the other thing, is that I don't actually believe in giving these things ratings like this because all of the switchers are, it's very dependent on what you've used in the past, how your brain likes to think about things, and what that means is that like there is not just an absolute scale of how good these things are. There's like, is it going to work for you? So like if you put an ATEM in front of me, I can figure it out instantly, right? Like I can take an ATEM I've never seen, like the big Constellation 4ME, which is the largest one I've ever had, which is the one I have in the studio now. And I know how to use it because it's just like a bigger version of the ATEM Mini. And once you learn how the ATEM Mini works, you just apply that there. So for me, that's a natural, cool. I like it. If I put somebody new in front of an ATEM Constellation HD, they're going to look at all the buttons and be like, what the heck? I don't understand why there's so many of these things. How on earth do I use this? Which is fair. It's not exactly intuitive. So, but it works for me, right? So same thing with all these other ones. It's like, same with the YOLO box, same with the OC. Does it match the way that you like to think about how you want to work with video? And sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. So that is my goal here, is demo the product, hopefully as best as I can while figuring it out myself. I try to do a little bit of prep ahead of time, but sometimes, it's not like I've used this for 5 years or 10 years like the ATEM. So I try to demo it so that you can get a sense of what it's like to use it, not just seeing the flashy demos and like pre-recorded stuff. That way you get a sense of whether it maps to the way you think about switchers. That's the story. So there's no rating for it because it would be my personal feeling about it, which is not necessarily applicable to you. Rated on does it do the features on the box work or not work? Well, it does seem to work. Yes. As far as absolute things go, yes, the audio knobs control the audio. It scales all the inputs. I've got 4K inputs and 1080 inputs in here. It's got a webcam input that works. So yes, it does what it says on the box. That's, yep. The great demo we'll be watching over. Yeah, you definitely, there was a lot here. I will try to add timestamps, at least rough timestamps. Gwen says, totally, when folks ask me about what gear is best, I almost always say it depends, because it's usually about your situation, and there's no absolute best numbers. Yes. I will say this is not something I would expect to be able to drop in front of someone who's never seen it before. So that I can say pretty confidently. Like, this is not something I would take to a gig where volunteers are running the video board and expect them to just understand how to do it. You could throw this in front of somebody and say, make sure the audio is working, because like this is very intuitive, these knobs, but the rest of it takes some time to learn. So, yeah. The buttons make more sense than the ATEM buttons. And actually, in a lot of ways they do. And there's a lot fewer useless buttons, in my opinion. Thanks for the great demo. Excellent as always. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too terrible of a time zone for you. Do it live. Figure it out live. Okay. Yes, we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, I guess that's it, because we're right at the 2-hour mark. Okay. Let's go back to the desk to end there. I feel like it feels weird to end the show at the table over here. And maybe I should set my background back to not the St. Paddy's Day colors. There we go. Back to normal colors. And with the cats on the other desk. The cats today have been not cooperating with the video schedule. They have been napping in the bed upstairs. So, yeah. Although I miss having to do daylight savings time, but always a pleasure. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you all have a great rest of the week. Stay tuned to my channel, because I've got a video coming out on Tuesday that you will definitely not want to miss. And then next week we will check out another switcher, probably, or two. We'll see. But this has been a fun demo. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I missed last week. Long story. Join the members Discord if you're curious. If you are not a channel member yet, please consider joining. We will hang out during the week on Discord and chat about stuff. And thanks to all the channel members for your support. I think, did I see somebody in here earlier? No, I don't know where it went. I thought I saw somebody join as a channel member, but I can't find you anymore. Sorry. Well, you'll be on the list next week if you're not here today. I do have to update that list manually. But yeah, thank you for all your support. And thanks to RGBLink for sending this over. It's been fun checking it out. I always like checking out new gear and seeing how it works and what it can do. Yeah, give me a color reset button. So funny story, the Sidus Link app on the iPad doesn't let you do presets unless you have the Pro version, but the iPhone app does. Weird. Anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day. Everybody go enjoy the sun. It's super sunny here, so I'm gonna go spend the rest of the day in the sun, possibly on the roof. So I will see you all again next week. Thanks and bye.